Hey, I'm willing to bet you have had a conversation before that went something like this. The other person is saying something that you're entirely uninterested in, or is an opinion that you completely disagree with. Meanwhile, maybe you're distracting yourself on your phone, or worse, you're barely paying attention just enough to get the points of what they're saying as you build your rebuttal in the back of your brain, and they finish talking, and all that silence is just a cue for you to start the thing that you're saying, and then when you're done, feel how gross of an interaction that sounds like. And as the thing progresses, you begin to feel more tense and frustrated and maybe even angry. What a waste of an opportunity to enjoy someone. And these moments happen for us in marriage, in work, in relationships with our kids. And the verse we're going to read today is just simply telling us Christians have no business interacting with people like that. And not out of a guilt or obligation, but we're invited into something so much better. And this may be a reminder for you, but I'm embarrassed to tell you that I found out this was a blind spot for me. And it was one of those epiphanies that I wasn't excited about, but that has really transformed the quality of my interactions and relationships as a result. And so I hope this is a blessing to you. So today we're talking about biblical perspective on listening. So I'm going to read from James chapter 1, verse 19. And here's what it says. My dear brothers, take note of this. Everyone should be quick to listen, slow to speak, and slow to become angry. For man's anger does not bring about the righteousness that God desires. We're supposed to be quick to listen and slow to speak. And I'm sure, like me, you've probably been the person who told you're 3 stories in and realized you just completely hijacked the conversation. And yet when I think about people who do this well, it's not just that I respect them, it's that I always come away from conversations with them feeling so seen and refreshed and cared for and heard. We have a guy, his name is Charlie Bradshaw, and he is the master of this. And I want to be careful because I'm not just describing tips and tricks on relationships or external behavior modification. I think listening is simply a way to love people. And as we're getting ready to go into Thanksgiving, I just remind you, we have relationships with people that maybe you haven't seen in a whole year, or we get consolidated quality time that we could either waste or set ourselves to. No. I want to care in my curiosity. I want to love people in the way that I listen. Anyway, I was telling you that Charlie does this well. Even in a meeting, I would sit with him and he would, before he gave me his opinion or conclusion on my thoughts, he would always ask questions. He was genuinely curious. He would make sure not just that he understood, but it was important to him that I felt understood. He would call it validating the other person's concern. And I would just come away with my tank full. And I just feel like that's the opportunity that you and I have this Thanksgiving season, is just to sit and love and serve people through our presence, our uninterrupted, undistracted, curious, active listening presence. Simply, I challenge you to speak less than you listen and love people in the way that you listen this Thanksgiving. Have a great Thanksgiving. Eat some turkey for me, and we'll see you later. Woo-woo!